when coloring in Animate, make sure you use saved colors. Let's go through that. Go to Window, Swatches. Let's choose the color of her dress. So I've clicked on a color. Now I'm going to click this little button here, and we will call it Cheryl Dress. Enter. And we use the paint bucket tool. K is the shortcut to color it in. So I just colored in the first frame of her dress. Now let's go to the second frame of her dress. Now see how it colored all of her in there? Let's change the constraints of the paint bucket. This little square over here. It's don't close gaps. So if there's a little gap, it's going to bleed into an area that you wouldn't like it to fill. So let's click close small gaps, and that solves the problem. So I've just colored in the first two frames of her dress. If I go to frame 1, you can see it's colored in. Frame 2, it's colored in. Now the great thing about saving colors to the swatch is if you want to change the color of her dress, just change the saved color. So let's double click that color in the tagged swatches area. There we go, we've opened up Cheryl's dress color. Let's change it to blue. Okay, now we can see that frame 1 and frame 2 have automatically changed to the appropriate color. Now let's say this character already has saved colors in a previous animation. Well, let's create a new layer. I'm going to lock this Cheryl layer, hit the plus button, and I'm going to copy. Here's Cheryl in another animation where she's been colored in. So with the selection tool, I just select her, Command C to copy. Then we go back into here, and on the new layer, I'm going to paste her. And you'll see what happened when I pasted her in there. All of her colors automatically appeared in the saved swatches area, in the tagged swatches rather. So what that means is we can skip the step of saving any of the colors, can't we? So let's go ahead and choose her hair color. You can see that they're all labeled: glasses, hair, handle. Oh, that's for something else. Oh, that's for the bucket handle. Yeah, so you won't be needing that. So click on hair. K for the paintbrush tool. Let's open up the correct. There we go. Make sure we're on the right layer, and we can start coloring that in. You can also choose the colors with the eyedropper. So if I want to choose her dress color here with the eyedropper, I is the shortcut. You'll notice that when I do that, it's not selecting the dress color down here. That's a problem because it means if we want to then change the tagged swatches color, well, this color here will no longer be referencing the saved color. It's going to be referencing the color from here, which means we won't be able to easily change the color through the whole animation. So always be careful to make sure that when you're using a color, that it's coming from the tagged swatches area, that it's referencing the tagged swatches saved color. So why didn't the eyedropper tool select from here? Well, it's because that layer was locked. So I just unlocked it. Let's see if it selects the correct color now. And there you go, it does. It selected it. Let's see if the skin works. Yep. It selected the skin color. Let's lock it again, and See if it selects the bucket. And no, it doesn't. It didn't select the bucket because that layer was locked. So yes, you can use the eyedropper tool, but be very careful using it because you might start coloring in frames of an animation that are not referencing the tag swatch area, and that creates hours of extra work when we want to change the color of aspects of the animation in the future.